Ethan and I were talking about this Occupy City Hall thing earlier. He had more feelings about the Chicago angle of the demonstrations and Donald Trump's role in that and what they're going to do. But I frankly wasn't paying attention to the Chicago angle. I was paying attention to the New York angle, and I wanted your opinion on it. Donald Trump all but said, well, de Blasio sent the police in to kick everybody out of the Occupy City Hall. They were still calling it a demonstration, but by this point, the demonstrators were long gone, and it was homeless people and people committing crimes. So de Blasio sends them in. Then he pretends like he didn't do that under pressure from the president. Cuomo and de Blasio were disagreeing. Cuomo's disagreeing with Trump. Cuomo played both sides. What I got from it was that he was saying, if you two can't figure this out, I'll send in people who can. And then it kind of worked itself out. What do you think?
Well, I think that there's always a history of the governor of New York fighting with the mayor of New York City. That's gone on for 50 years. They never traditionally have liked each other. It's always been about who's got more power. So that's natural that these two line up against each other. I will say, I was telling you offline that Cuomo is very slick, and he can play three sides, you know. That's just how he is. That's why he's been in office for so long. But I don't know how you get to the point where you let people occupy City Hall. I certainly wouldn't let that happen in Danbury, and I don't think any mayor worth their salt would allow that to happen. At some point, you've got to conduct the people's business, and you've got to manage to the millions or tens of thousands of people that, you know, you're the mayor of. And you can't do that if you got 20 knuckleheads running around City Hall screaming and yelling. So I just don't know how they get to that point. But having said all that, I think if there were anybody but Trump, it wouldn't be a problem. But, you know, he's a lightning rod and definitely draws a lot of fire. So when he makes a decision that's well-reasoned, even if it's well-reasoned, it doesn't matter because it's Trump's decision.
Why don't you move to Manhattan and run for mayor of the city? I mean, apparently anybody can do it. De Blasio is a disaster.
De Blasio is the worst mayor I've seen in that city in decades. I don't mind saying it. He has rolled back all of the forward progress that Giuliani in his prime and Bloomberg picked up the mantle and ran with and created, and has just blown the place up. And, you know, that's why people are fleeing, and it's good for us. We're selling homes like they're going out of style. But,
like
you know,
it's
the economic center of the world, and you hate to see it happen.